along with the Wildcats, UCLA, North Carolina. And DeJuan Wheat of Louisville, doubtful for his game because of his injury suffered last night.
They need DeJuan Wheat in there to really come any close to 100%. With him out of there, they'd have to have almost a miracle to win that game today or tomorrow.
Cameron Dollar brings it up for the Bruins. 17:25 to go first half. 2-0 UCLA lead. Pass intended for O'Bannon off the mark. Both teams a little jittery early here.
Well, what's happening also, Tim, is that Minnesota's playing very, very physical. I don't think UCLA is used to this much physicalness.
Big Ten champions are used to that in their conference. Rick Harris playing with a badly bruised and sprained right shoulder.
They're playing a matchup zone. He's going to put it up. Once he drops his head, that ball's going up.
Ball. Good follow there by Bobby Jackson. Jacobson expected a foul. His arm was hit as he fired it. But Jackson made up for it. We're tied at 2. Toby Bailey. Bailey hits. First basket for Toby Bailey. Jacobson's pass picked up by Bailey. Toby Bailey with 38 steals on the season picks up another one, and it's 6-2 UCLA.
Tim, it looks like he's starting the game here like he did in the 1995 NCAA Championship against Arkansas when he scored 26 points and 9 rebounds.
Toby Bailey, all Pac-10 this year, at 13 against Iowa State along with 10 rebounds. There's a turnover. John Thomas losing it. 4 by the Golden Gophers early.
JR can hit from out there.
Henderson with the ball. Goes over James. John Thomas rebounding. Batted away, but picked up by Jackson. James nearly lost it. Battles back, and he's fouled by Bailey.
James to bang it down low. Isn't quite an effective scorer outside about 4 feet from the rim.
Personal on Bailey.
Here's the pass. He loses the handle of the ball, go back and gets it, and he loves that contact underneath. He is a poor foul shooter under normal circumstances.
Courtney James with 2 shots.
49% shooting foul. James makes the first.
At the end of the game, the last 2 minutes of the game, Tim, he only shoots about 30%.
A pair. 15:41 to go first half. UCLA leads by 2. Chris Johnson, and he's fouled. The report on Jelani McCoy headed back to the bench. Let's go to Michelle Tafoya.
Well, Jelani McCoy has obviously finally finished up his treatment. He was flat on his back in the locker room receiving electric stim and ice. He is now back on the bench to watch the remainder of this game. Again, he remains highly improbable as far as returning goes. Tim?
John Thomas picks up his 3rd personal. Thanks, Michelle. That sends Johnson to the line. Myers into the lineup for the Bruins. Henderson goes to the bench with 3 personals. 10 points now for Chris Johnson. 46-37 UCLA.
I'd get the ball down low to James and try to pick up the 3rd personal foul on Johnson. Too much hands that time, I think, on Dollar.
Dollar's 2nd personal. Bob Myers, number 24, who is in there for Henderson now, a senior at 6'6" from Alamo, California. Should be comfortable in the Alamodome. This is Jacobson. Here's a walk. He'll be charged with traveling. 46-37, 12 turnovers now by Minnesota.
Minnesota has to learn you cannot put the ball on the floor anywhere near it. Another defensive man that's not covering you. They'll strip you.
Bruins have already got 9 steals, only 1 by Minnesota in the game.
He's going to go baseline.
O'Bannon, fouled by Jacobson. 3 on him.
Just take him out, get him settled down, then put him back in a couple of minutes.
Bannon inbounding, and it's fired right back to him, but anticipated by John Thomas, who knocked it away. Quincy Lewis quickly up for Charles Thomas. He hits. 46-39.
The 2 UCLA did not get, the 2 Minnesota did get was huge. Down to a 7-point game.
Watched by Charles Thomas. Picks up Bailey. Bailey lost his balance, got the pass off to O'Bannon. And gorgeous shot.
Charlie, my man.
17 for him. 48-39.
He's playing at the next level.
Lewis, number 20. Charles Thomas, short of the 3-point try, got his own rebound. Quincy Lewis. And Lewis lays it in.
Give Charles Thomas credit there. Chased down his own rebound.
5 points for the sophomore Lewis. 7-point game. Minnesota fans come to their feet with pom-poms waving. Trying to rally the Gophers. Top seeds here in the Midwest against number 2 UCLA. Headed to Indianapolis. This is Chris Johnson. One goal for him, and way up for it is John Thomas.
Major League basket here if they can get it.
Lewis. Wow. And out of nowhere comes Chris Johnson.
That's his 3rd.
3 on Chris Johnson. And Lewis a little upset at what he thought was flagrant. Defensive work by Johnson.
No, it wasn't flagrant. Johnson put his body up there. He went after the ball, but it was not a smart play because he picks up his 3rd foul. See, if you commit yourself to the air and you're in front of your man, it can never be a flagrant foul. He goes up with him, hits. Don't forget, I believe that Johnson has lost 35 pounds since he's been a freshman, so he's solid now.
Lewis at the line, he has 5 points. Instant offense, Quincy Lewis, who averages 8 a game in 17 minutes, shoots 49% from the floor.
If he makes this, they should push and try to create a turnover. Minnesota, they're going to do it.
5-point game.
Yeah, they're pushing. Here comes the trap. They're pushing on Dollar.
Dollar got it to Myers safely.
They dodged the bullet.
Now Bailey. Earl Bennett.
These are 3-point specials out there now.
Brandon Lloyd now in the Bruin lineup, number 20. Green shooter.
Trying to overplay Bailey.
10 seconds on the shot clock.
High double on Bailey. Too late.
4 seconds. Bailey missing. Rebounded John Thomas.
It's Jackson's time. Ooh, nice pass again by James. Unbelievable. He gave a softball pass, that time into Thomas.
7 points for John Thomas. Courtney James played a very solid game right from the start here.
Good timeout. They needed it. Nice call, Steve.
3-point game, 11:53 remaining second half. Bruins on top. 22nd timeout called by UCLA.
Courtney James, being from Indianapolis, wants to go back. He's playing maybe the game of his career with these assists and scoring.
Thomas with the basket, bringing it to 3. Here's another look.
Nice, solid, finishing up.
Just to repeat the injury situation in this game, it is key. Eric Harris, there was a feeling that he might not be able to go today because of the shoulder injury suffered Thursday night. He has played much of this game. He's had some substitution. seems to be troubled a little bit with the shoulder, but has been out there. Jelani McCoy left the game with an injury to his sternum, a re-injury of a blow, a bruise there that he suffered earlier in the season, and he has not come back and not expected to be back, but he is on the bench.
Plenty of time left. Getting a little lackadaisical there in that pass. Fortunately, Minnesota didn't intercept it. Could have been a walk.
Down to 10 on the shot clock. This is Henderson. Henderson over Winter.
This time down, I don't care who Henderson guards, I'd get the ball to that man. Looks like it's going to be Winter. I know Winter's not an offensive threat, but I get the ball down on him.
Quincy Lewis pulls up off the mark. Dollar rebound.
You got to remember, Henderson got 3 fouls. There's a ton of time left, a little bit over 11 minutes and change.
This is Charles O'Bannon, in and out. Bobby Jackson rebound.
Here goes the PT boat. Nice pass.
Carver to Lewis. 9 points for Quincy Lewis. Miles Carver with the feed, number 42. Sophomore from Oakland in the lineup for the Gophers. Back comes Dollar. 3-point game again. Steal, Bobby Jackson.
All the way, son. All the way.
He missed it, but Lewis is there. And Lewis hits.
He's not only instant offense. What would be a better word for that, Tim?
Well, he used some very good intelligence there and showed a lot of confidence. Quincy Lewis, the sophomore, brings him to within a point. Foul is on Tarver. And we have a timeout with 10:27 to go in the half. UCLA by 1.
Coverage of the NCAA Basketball Championship is sponsored by Fidelity Investments, Xerox, Hertz, and by Pizza Hut.
Friday, David James Elliott.
$1 turned over here by Bobby Jackson. Then C. Thomas gets the ball, penetrates, misses the layup, and in comes Lewis to finalize to put it back in and put them within 1 point of UCLA.
In the personal battle between the two brilliant guards, Cameron Dollar and Bobby Jackson, right now Jackson in the lead there. He's got 8 points, 4 of 6 shooting with 8 rebounds. Dollar has 2 of 6 from the field for 5 points and 4 rebounds, but a long way to go, 10:27. Both of them carrying only about the scoreboard.
Tight little 2-3 zone, tight zone.
Well, Henderson is back in with 3 fouls on him, and it was going to be...
It was off Charles O'Bannon that time on the hustle. He stepped outside bound. Stepped right over the baseline here. Henderson couldn't pump the ball, and there he is, OB.
Lewis has brought him to within 8 points in this half, 3 of 4 from the field. Jackson and the screen of Winter.
Really got a 3-guard offense out there. Count Lewis as a guard.
Lewis missing that time. Rebound. Way up court goes Bailey. Cameron Dollar. Bruins by 1. With the ball. Henderson. Back outside for Dollar. Dollar's 3 off the mark. Charles Thomas up court. Bobby Jackson. Lewis, fouled by O'Bannon. Second on Charles O'Bannon. Sixth team foul against the Bruins.
Excellent passing here by the Golden Gophers. No one's selfish. Nice kick over. Another kick underneath. Foul by Charles O'Bannon.
6'7" sophomore is a 60% shooter from the free throw line. Got 11 points. Ties it.
And surprising, Tim, with Sam Jacobson on the benches that have made their run. They were down 10.
Biggest lead of the game has been the Bruins by 10. Gophers weekly had a 4-point lead in the first half. It's a pair, their first lead in this second half. The Gophers by 1.
Now it's Charles O'Bannon's time. It's the senior's time now.
Remember Jelani McCoy on the bench with an injury. for the Bruins. Inside from Henderson.
Oh, beautiful block by Lewis.
Steal right
Turnover
back.
again.
Dollar stole it right back, and it's stolen back on his feet.
Dollar tried to give an alley-oop into Bailey. Didn't work. What a ball game. College basketball at its best. NCAA.
13 turnovers now by the Bruins. Charles Thomas in the corner, outside for Lewis. Ever calm and cool Bobby Jackson, and Jackson off the side iron. Rebounded by Chris Johnson.
Good distribution by Dollar that time. Nice touch pass underneath to Charles O'Bannon. I told you it's Charles O'Bannon time.
19 points for O'Bannon. Senior from Lakewood, California.
And on the other end, Jackson has to stand up.
Bannon had 28 against Xavier and 16 against Iowa State. 19 here. Winner's turnaround won't go. Harbour up for it, comes up with the ball. Fresh clock. Harbour. Charles Thomas. Thomas missing, got his own rebound.
That's the second time he did that. Fouled his own rebound and put it right back in.
8 points for Charles Thomas. Minnesota by 1.
Minnesota 2-3 zone out there, aggressive. Man three in the corner. Dollar should bury that one. Nope.
Dollar missing from 3, and Carter couldn't hold the rebound, but it deflects to Charles Thomas.
Numbers are right. I get it to Lewis. Got away with a no call on the charge there.
10 points, Charles Thomas. Gophers by 3. Bailey drives the paint, never got it off. Carter with the ball.
UCLA has to regroup. Might be a good time for a little timeout the next possession. Surprisingly, Minnesota calls a 20.
22nd call by Clem Haskins. 7:14 to go in the half. Gophers lead by 3, 55-52.
I thought on this drive by Bailey there was a lot of contact, but I am not refereeing a ball game here. He made it no call. Mills Trevor picked the ball up. Bailey complains, but there's no use. Call cannot be recalled.
3-point plays, as we pointed out, have not been a factor for either team. UCLA is 2 of 11. Minnesota is 1 of 11. And these are teams that shoot 36 and 35, respectively, over the season.
Toby, keep your head in the game. Toby Bailey, keep your head in the game. Don't let that blow you out of it.
Jacobson back on the floor now. There's their 3-point gunner. Won't go for him again.
He was very fortunate he didn't pick up his 4th foul there.
And we have a timeout with 6:59 to go. 3-point game, Minnesota.
The arrow favors Minnesota.
Bailey. For Henderson. That's a spin move over John Thomas. Got away with it and hits.
Ooh, did he get away with a walk?
8 points for J.R. Henderson. A lot of pressure on him in this game, with McCoy not likely to return. Jacobson driving. Oh, the ball went in and out on both rims.
Boy, that first step, Jacobson got, looks like he takes about 3 yards in the first step. This is the big one. Dollar's talking to his teammates. Come on, he's their leader. Dollar's the leader out there. No doubt about it.
The senior from Atlanta, Georgia, showed all kinds of leadership in all kinds of ways. None more so than scoring with 1.9 left in overtime to beat Iowa State Thursday night. No basket. Foul call before the shot.
Henderson kept backing him up. That'll be the 6th personal foul on Minnesota. So next for both teams is 1-on-1. Watch Henderson back him in. It almost looks a little bit like the next level of play here.
What would that be? The NBA?
Yeah, the next level would be the NBA.
That's the 4th personal on Thomas.
I'm not looking here to pump the NBA. Matter of fact, I think it's time for the colleges to do the Olympics now and not the NBA.
Ah, love that. Love to hear that, Al McGuire.
Sure, the colleges should be in the Olympics. It's time. McCoy has come back. The real McCoy has come back.
Henderson got his first. Has another one coming. And for an update, let's go to Michelle Tafoya.
Jelani McCoy was begging his coach to let him back in this ball game. Apparently, he finally got approval from Tony Spino, the trainer. The trainer talked to the coach. Steve Lavin looked at McCoy and said, "Are you sure?" McCoy said yes, took off his warm-ups, and he's in there, Tim.
All right, this gritty UCLA team had to battle back from 16 down and playing shorthanded. McCoy just said, "I got to be there," obviously. Back on the floor with 5:40 to go.
Courtney James is playing. And again, we mentioned it early, he's from Indianapolis, so you know what his dreams are.
11 points for Courtney James.
Give credit to that entry pass there. Unbelievable entry pass.
He got 5 rebounds as well, and he's been solid in every department, Courtney James. Bruin ball, down by 2. Henderson. Won't go for him. Bailey.
Toby, beautiful hands down low.
14 points. Toby Bailey, we're tied at 57. Steal by Bailey, stolen back by Jacobson. For James, and he's fouled.
Now, at this time of the game is when James has problem making foul shots.
Henderson picks up his 4th. More critical that McCoy is back in there trying to play.
We're not in the 2-minute mark yet, but in the 2-minute mark during his sophomore career here, he's 0 for 2. Nice hustle by, nice kickoff. Foul.
James to the line.
Yeah, it's getting into like a mason, a brick mason there. Got to kind of relax there, Courtney. Concentrate, just get the ball over the front rim.
11 points and 5 rebounds, as we told you moments ago. He played very well. He gets 1 of 2. Back in front. 1-point lead. Golden Gophers, 4:49 to go. Here's McCoy.
Good movement by Toby Bailey out there.
Henderson has it pried loose by Charles Thomas.
Nice timeout. Nice timeout. He goes up in the air. He gives the sign. Nice and clean. You talk about a academic move here. This is really, watch it, nice and clean. It looks like he's up in the air for about 2 seconds there. I don't know if we're on live time here with this replay, but I'll count him. There he goes, 1001, 1002.
I think that was slow-mo, Al. Nonetheless, that was a very heady play.
Great call, heady.
Charles Thomas gets it 20, 4:40 to go, 1-point lead. And here is the game reset showing of the team foul timeout situation. The 20s are gone for Minnesota. Bobby Jackson. He's the leader of this squad, this well-balanced Minnesota team. 36 points the other night by Bobby Jackson. Heroic effort.
Sam Jacobson tried to go around the wing again, and he gets it every time, but that time he didn't get through. His strength and power underneath. Nice kick over. Good follow-up by Sam Jacobson.
3-point lead. 10 points for Jacobson. Hasn't been able to hit from outside as he did the other night. And he's now finding the inside route. Cameron Dolan, the Bruin hero Thursday night against Iowa State. To McCoy. Bailey. Bailey for 3. Won't go for him. Battle for the rebound, and it's Bobby Jackson who just seems to find those balls.
It's his quick hands. It's going up with Sam.
Jacobson. Two points for a 5-point lead.
Ton of time left.
3:32 to go. Bailey has it knocked away. The quick hands of Bobby Jackson again. Bruin ball.
Good call. Was off Sam Jacobson.
Timeout. 3:25 to go. 62-57. Golden Gophers. and Al McGuire in San Antonio. Minnesota's biggest lead of the game, 62-57 by 5. A look at the game reset, foul and timeout situation. And the respective teams' foul problems. Henderson with 4. Thomas has 4. But let's go to Michelle Tafoya for more on Jelani McCoy.
Well, they have taken Jelani McCoy back out of this basketball game. UCLA trainer Tony Spino tells me he is wearing a protective pad over that bruised sternum that's similar to the chest protector that a catcher in baseball might wear, only it's shorter. But for now, they aren't happy with his productivity out there. They'll give him a rest. Guys?
I thought that time that Sam Jacobson reached in, if he did, I think that might be his 4th.
Number 50, Trevor Winter.
Okay.
Foul is on Winter.
My mistake. I apologize.
Bailey makes his first. 4-point lead, Minnesota. Minnesota last in this tournament in 1995, lost to St. Louis in the first round. And Bailey makes a pair. Now the official score has changed it to Jacobson. A personal foul.
So I don't excuse myself.
No, you don't. You get the excuse back. And that makes 4 on Jacobson unless they change it again. Winters bounce pass, picked off. Nice anticipation, Henderson. Dollar driving. And the pass behind Henderson. They turn it right back to the Gophers. 3:08 to go.
That turnover really was created by Sam Jacobson by overplaying J.R. Henderson.
Minnesota's bench has turned in 23 points to only 10 by the Bruins. They are deeper, of course. And then McCoy's injury takes him out of the mix. Jackson drives.
That's unbelievable. You talk about Jets. That is an unbelievable move he just made.
And with a high top socks. Doing his thing again in this game. Bailey for 3. Won't go for him. Rebound grabbed by Courtney down court.
Thomas is free all alone.
Charles Thomas, and Minnesota opens it up.
You got to call a time here. Regroup.
You got your time, Coach. 2:27 remaining to play. Directly in front of us here, there is a covering for some kind of a electrical device, and it has apparently come loose, as you can see, and they are trying to flatten that out to make sure that nobody trips over it.
You think they got enough guys figuring that one out?
I think so, but it doesn't look like there's a mechanic in the bunch. Well, yeah, there was one.
They must be paid by the hour.
Here's the foul picture. Henderson has 4 for UCLA. John Thomas and Jacobson each with 4. They have confirmed that 4th foul on Jacobson. 2:27 to go. 66-59, a 7-point Minnesota lead. Dollar, O'Bannon, Bailey, Chris Johnson, and Henderson the lineup for the Bruins. Number 2 seeds here against number 1. O'Bannon, his little runner, and it won't drop. Tip in try by O'Bannon.
Toby goes up.
Yes. Toby Bailey, who can jump some. 18 for him, and he'll go to the line.
Nice drive in the baseline here by Charles O'Bannon. Little push off there. Once, twice, 3 times, 4, and then comes Toby. Finishes up. In.
Bailey a chance to make it a 3-point play and cut the margin to 4. And he does. 2:13 to go.
Only thing Clem Haskins didn't want was a 3-point play.
Bruins pressing. Jackson quickly down the floor. Jackson won't go for him. Rebounded by Henderson. Remember McCoy out with an injury. Henderson having to do the work on the boards. Bailey to O'Bannon. O'Bannon.
Big time. 2 minutes on the clock.
21 points, Charles O'Bannon. Jacobson, Bobby Jackson in the trap. Drives out of it, and he's fouled by Chris Johnson.
That's his 4th.
4 on Johnson. He joins Henderson with 4 for the Bruins.
In a 1-on-1.
Chris Johnson.
1:45 to play.
Last 2 minutes of the game, Bobby Jackson shoots 69% in the last 2 minutes in prime time. Let's see.
The Bruins in their 33rd NCAA Tournament, 11-time champions. Last year, losers in the first round of Princeton after winning the whole thing the year before.
They're both heavyweights. Both have been knocked down. They come back up fighting. Minnesota came back, and now UCLA has come back.
Bobby Jackson with 36 points. Clemson now has 11 here. These are the critical ones. 3-point lead. Another shot coming for Jackson. Makes some routine. 4-point lead. 1:43 and counting.
Two-possession game. Nice switch up high that time. Doing a simple read.
Bannon in and out. Rebound Lewis. And the sophomore fouled. Looked like Dollar got a hand on him. 3 on Cameron Dollar.
Now, surprisingly, Tim, in the last 2 minutes of the game, listen up out there, Quincy Lewis only shoots 44% in the last 2 minutes of the game from the foul line. When I coached, I always had the foul percentage the last 2 minutes of the game. I didn't care about the other 38 minutes.
Well, but I'll tell you what, the other 38 minutes, he's a 60% shooter, and he nails it anyway. 14 for Lewis. 69-64 with 1:31 to go.
If he makes this, UCLA has to go for 3-point shots.
Quincy Lewis, 70-64, 15 points for him. Dollar started to go the distance and stepped on the inline evidently, or traveled.
Minnesota got to come back and help. Pressure up caught by UCLA. Now the 5 of them come back to help.
Bobby Jackson.
There goes Jets. Too much hands. He's out of the game. Chris Johnson goes to the bench. 22nd timeout by UCLA.
5 on Chris Johnson, 1:19 to go.
20-second timeout.
Bobby Jackson gets the inside lane. He's going to blow by you. Chris Jackson had no other choice but to foul him.
Now these 2 seeds really have to show their stuff. Winners of 12 in a row under their rookie coach, Steve Lavin, giving them an impassioned pep talk right now. Johnson on the bench, McCoy out with an injury.
And there's plenty of time left, but if he makes one of these foul shots, it's a 3-possession game. They move in Lloyd for 3-point shooting on UCLA. Clem Haskins is telling his club, hey, let's just be steady. I think Clem has underwear older than Steve Lavin.
May well do. His 11th season at Minnesota. He has a fancy mark of 196, 139.
Many years at Western Kentucky. He was a big-time pro in the NBA. Played for the Bulls, played for the Suns, and played for the Bullets.
Jackson will have 2 shots in the super bonus. Minnesota.
That was big. That one was a possession.
71-64. Made 11 free throws in a row, including the game against Clemson. Make it 12. He doesn't need 36 points to be a hero tonight. This is Cameron Dollar. He gets his own rebound and makes the second try. The little guy in all that traffic. The leader of the Bruin team. And they foul Jackson.
Almost impossible to get the ball off Bobby Jackson.
Well, UCLA is 5.
4 on Dollar now. 1:05 still to go.
Watch how here he is giving what we call the Harlem Globetrotter move. He keeps the ball alive. He doesn't pick it up. 3 guys can't get the ball off him.
Jackson with 14 points.
Jackson.
Talk about a cool customer. Bobby Jackson, the senior from Salisbury, North Carolina, nails another.
1:05 for the game. They're back up to 3 possessions, making that one. That means UCLA has to get the ball 3 times to win or put the game into OT.
8-point lead. Minute left. Bailey's pass broken up. Foul called.
I was blocked out by the referee, Tim. I didn't see it that time.
He had company. We'll wait for the official call. There it is. It's Charles Thomas. His first. Charles Thomas picks up the personal. John Thomas ready to come back in for the Gophers. 58.1 left. Minnesota Golden Gophers, top seed in the Midwest, hoping to make it to the Final Four.
Out of time left. Coach Clem Haskin wants to continue his dream. You know, his father raised 11 children, six girls and 5 boys, and his father never made more than $3,500 a year. I think his first name was Columbus, and he died last May.
O'Bannon with 22. Easy basket for Charles Thomas.
That was called by Coach Clem Haskins.
14 for him. It's Golden Gopher time. Bailey comes back. Cameron Dollar.
They got to shoot from 3. They got to shoot from 3.
Charles O'Bannon. In and out for him. Minnesota lost the rebound. It'll be Bruin ball.
And they'll get a fresh clock. Shot clock has 32 seconds on it, so maybe they won't get it. There it is. 35 seconds.
42.9. Brandon Lloyd hits a 3.
Clock automatically stops in the last minute after a made basket. They got to foul immediately. They got to foul immediately.
Jacobson comes up with it. Jacobson.
Not a good move. I'd have played the clock. Big steal that time by Bobby Jackson. Dollar. Huge steal. That is all she wrote. The Big Ten is going to the big dance.
Bannon picks up his third with 21.9 left. We have a timeout with Minnesota's Golden Gophers en route to Indy. Has Bobby Jackson at the line, an 8-point lead, ready to go to Indy. Charles O'Bannon and Quincy Lewis are our Chevrolet players of the game. Quincy Lewis, great job off the bench, 15 points, 7 of 7 from the line. That's from a 60% shooter. Came up big, the sophomore from Little Rock. O'Bannon did it all for UCLA, everything asked of him.
What happened is a great job by Jackson on Cameron Dollar.
Bobby Jackson going for 18 points. Another huge night for him, and he finally misses one.
Finally misses a shot.
79-70. Cameron Dollar. Lloyd, the three-point shooter, has traveled. 18 turnovers by the Bruins. Minnesota can wind it up on this possession. Jackson, 3 Bruins come to him, and he's fouled. Down to 10.6. 3 on Toby Bailey, a gutty Bruin team. They had to battle from 16 back to get into the Elite 8. Down to Iowa State, pulling it out in overtime by a point Thursday night. But they ran out of gas here against the top seeds from Minnesota. What a job Steve Lavin has done this season. Taking over after Jim Herrick was fired. Regathering his distraught team, taking the big loss on the chin at the hands of Stanford, and then getting him here into the Elite 8. He's got nothing to weep about, but that's an emotional guy, and he appreciates the effort that this team has given him. Jackson at the line again. It's open a 10-point margin.
Young man, 32 years of age, got a 4-year contract. He's a good coach, and he'll prove it.
Toby Bailey with a stuff. 4.8. Henderson got a hand on it. 3.9 away from Indianapolis are the Golden Gophers. And there's Clem Haskins. Talk about jobs done. Candidate for Coach of the Year, already Big Ten Coach of the Year. And the Minnesota fans here in San Antonio are loving it. This is Archambault getting a little time here. The Golden Gophers to the Final Four in Indianapolis. 80-72. Minnesota, the first team to make it into the Final Four. Kentucky and Utah coming up. See who goes from the West. There's a guy who had a big game, Courtney James, for Minnesota, and he will be going home to Indianapolis. There's the big man. Oh, man, there'll be more than a home-cooked meal awaiting him.
He's going to try to get everybody, all his teammates, tickets to take care of his friends.
Miles Tarver headed our way, and he wants Al McGuire. That's the word for Miles Tarver. He wants Al McGuire. Let's see what happens when we come back to San Antonio. Minnesota is into the Final Four. Great job by UCLA making the Elite Eight, but it is Minnesota's time to shine. Pat O'Brien will be coming up from our studios in New York after this message. We'll be right back.
What's up, New York?
Like a great piece of music, every Infiniti automobile is created one step at a time. We started with unparalleled luxury and added head-turning performance, then combined a wealth of elegance to create world-class styling and comfort. And they all come together during your Infiniti Retailer's Spring Sale Celebration, with resounding lease deals and financing options available on every Infiniti automobile. We thought you'd like the sound of that. The Infiniti Spring Sale Celebration until April 1st.
Lousy shoes.
E-Trade gives you what you need to turn a hunch into an investment.
Excess athletic shoes. Sell.
From $14.95 a trade. E-Trade. Get online.
Hi, you got any of these? Ooh, will this leather case fit my cell phone? It's not from Radio Shack.
Yes, it will.
Perfect. What about a long life battery? A car adapter? A universal remote? Cordless computer mouse? An AC adapter for this? Wow, you got wireless speakers, dual headphones.
Whatever you've got, wherever you got it, Radio Shack's got over 10,000 accessories to help it work better.
Oh yeah, got any connectors?
Parts, too.
Great.
Radio Shack, you've got questions, we've got answers.
Said he was going to call us, tell us what it feels like.
Across America, more people use Cellular One than any other cellular service.
Hello?
Buy Sega Saturn now, and while supplies last, we'll give you 3 top-selling arcade games free. That's Virtua Cop, Daytona USA, and Virtua Fighter 2. $189 value, free.
Basketball's a lot like the military, you know? Defensive action, strategy, teamwork.
Yeah, big difference, though.
Yeah, cheerleaders.
Jag returns CBS Friday.
Coming up, Utah and Kentucky at 6 o'clock Eastern time. Let's send you back to San Antonio.
We are back in San Antonio with a victorious Minnesota Golden Gophers into the Final Four. I'm asking congratulations. You must feel as young as your players are.
I feel great. I'm going to kiss Al right away. I tell you what, I feel great.
Where's Miles Tarver? Where are you? Miles Tarver, what did you look forward to after this game?
Dancing, getting down with this man right here.
Get down with this man here. Let's go.
All right, let's show some here. I think he's still got a few more moves than you, Al. Well, Coach Haskins, this has got to be a tremendous thrill for you. What about beating a team like UCLA? They showed so much guts Thursday night. They showed it again here.
You know, they showed a lot of guts, a lot of poise. You know, after being down 10 points in the second half, I think it showed what the Gophers are all about. These young men have fought back all year with 31-3 for one reason, because it's a very good ball club. They refuse to lose.
No question about it. Let's find Quincy Lewis here. We picked him our Chevy Player of the Game.
Hey, Quincy!
Great job off the bench.
Get that hat back there. Quincy, unbelievable. Your instant offense, but you were more than that today.
Well, you know, that's my role. You know,
your role's to build buildings.
This is why I came up here. I kind of wanted to come play for a great coach, you know, and he just instilled all of us about the team. You know, I set a lot of personal stuff aside just to come off the bench and do what I can. And, you know, hey, this is why we came. We're in the Final Four.
He's a better man than he is a coach.
Hey, you know it. And that's why every one of us wanted to come play for him. We love him. That's why we're here, because the coach has him.
Okay, Tim.
All right, it's a trip for Courtney James going home to Indianapolis and taking all of his pals with him. And we'll be going back to Pat O'Brien at our studios in New York after this. Congratulations to Minnesota.
But we'll take it right here if you don't mind. Good afternoon and welcome to a special Golden Gopher postgame show. I'm Ralph John Fritz with a couple of former Gopher stars, starting with the big guy way over yonder, Bob Martin, who played his high school ball at the hometown of Apple Valley, and Kevin Lynch here. Bloomington Jefferson also lit him up for the Gophers as well as the NBA. And we'll be going live to the U of M, back to San Antonio, Texas. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
See, specialize in the greed in this burnout city.
Cut to the chase. Ford Escort is America's best-selling compact car. Why? Great design, affordable, gets the job done. Now here's the deal. Ford Escort with $1,000 cash back or 4/8 financing. Or get a great lease deal. That's Ford Escort with $1,000 back or 4/8 financing. Your Northland Ford dealer is the place to get Ford Escort. Why? Nice people, good selection, great prices. Simple, sweet, and to the point. Ford Escort with $1,000 cash back or 4/8 financing. See your local Northland Ford dealer, home of 5 of the 10 best sellers. Again.
Bow down before the one you serve. I'm a loser, baby, so why don't you kill me?
Breathe in, breathe out. Breathe in, breathe out.
Throw down your umbilical noose.
Despite all my rage, I'm still just a rat in a cage.
Winona's got herself a big brown beaver. Behind the boathouse, I'll show you my dark secret.
Oh no, I've said too much.
Parents not included. 93.7, The Edge. Minnesota's new rock alternative.
I haven't said enough.
Our home. It's a place where children are given the means to chase dreams. A place where those who are fighting for life find strength and comfort. Our home. It's a place where hope always runs high. A place where building friendships today gives kids a better shot at tomorrow. When it comes to covering the news in our home, count on the team that really knows this town. WCCO 4 News, the hometown team.
It's another day in your hometown, and your neighbors are thinking about you. They wonder, how are things? How's the family? What's new? These days, your neighbors might be down the street or across town. They can also be in another part of the state. Because here, your neighbors are the people you share your stories with. And that means they're as close as your phone. So call your neighbors. Tell your stories.
Join the WCCO TV hometown team for Walk America.
Hey, tonight at 10, our CCO 4 News crew will feature a golden celebration. Our team coverage will include a welcome home bash at Williams Arena, among some other fun stuff. Rosen will be there, as well as our guy Shelby. Down in San Antonio now, we're going to Deborah Sherman with some elated Gopher fans. Deb.
That's right. RJ, this is what you call a heart-stopping, emotionally draining game. Fans here, we're crying, we're hugging, we're cheering now that they're on their way to the Final Four. We want to bring you the very first reaction from our Minnesota fans. This is Tim Freed and his family from Eagan. What do you think about the game?
It was awesome. We drove down here and it was great. We'd do it again in a minute.
Are you headed to the next game?
No, we're not going to make it to the next game. Yeah, we'll watch it, but haven't got tickets to that one.
Minnesota! Woo! What did you think about the game?
Good, it was great.
All right, wonderful. Well, thank you so much. And have a safe trip home. Have a safe trip home. You know, my photojournalist, I think, put it best, RJ, when she said, we owned this place. I mean, we had 2,000 people there at least, just from Minnesota. We outnumbered the Bruin fans, and in voice and screaming and energy and everything. The fans were literally out there sweating it with the players on the floor. This has just been a really wonderful time for everybody down here.
All right, Deb, get back to the festivities. It looked like they were renting for a while in the second half, but they do own it now. Thank you very much. The first half was back and forth, with 4 points being the biggest lead for either team. Actually, I think it was 7 at one point for UCLA. The Bruins broke a 10-10 tie with an alley-oop to Toby Bailey. 12-10 Bruins at that point, guys.
Yeah, UCLA came out pretty smoking,
and Charles Thomas off the bench here drains the three. Gophers go up, seesaw back and forth, and then when they went down 7, Eric Harris here was hurting. Great passes to Courtney James, their biggest lead at that point. But were you concerned about Harris, as we all were?
Oh, definitely. I think that, you know, coming into the game, coach said he was 50-50, and he warmed up, and evidently things went well. He started the game and started off a little bit slow, but I think the team as a whole played well, and I'd just like to congratulate the team for a great victory.
Bobby Jackson with the layup made it 25-23, and then UCLA kept coming back. O'Bannon put them up by 7, as we said. The Gophers got back with a bucket. They were within 5 at the half, go down by 10. Almost unbelievable when you look at that comeback.
It really is, and the only team that can come back from 10 points down is an experienced team, and you know, Bobby Jackson, that's where the team starts. So I think he really started the run well.
I want to ask you about the quickness a little bit, but the second half, UCLA built a lead of 10, as we said. Gophers kept fighting their way back in it, down by 10. Courtney James to John Thomas for the slam. Some great passing here from James underneath.
There's so much teamwork among these Gophers this year, and it's just incredible. You see all the dunks they've gotten.
Well, somebody was always stepping up. Quincy Lewis took over, scored 2 buckets, got the Gophers within 1 at 50-49, and then they just keep right on it coming.
Just a team effort, exactly. They play well together, and if it's not John Thomas, it's Jackson, or it's Jacobson, or it's Quincy Lewis. So they all just step forth.
Al McGuire is talking about UCLA and their quick hands. I don't know if anybody hasn't watched the Gophers all year. They don't realize how quick this team is.
Well, and that really starts with
Charles Thomas here.
Charles Thomas there. That really starts with Bobby Jackson and Harris. They're just the guards, and they run the show. So they definitely great athletes.
Johnny McCoy, the big 6'11" guy for UCLA, went out. But you know what? This is a team effort, and this is something this team has done all year long. They don't depend, as Clemens said, on one particular star the entire season. They haven't.
Oh, you see last game, the big guys didn't play that well, but a couple of guys stepped and had 65 points between Jacobson and Jackson. And this time the guards didn't play or didn't score as well, but the big guys stepped up, so it was more of a team effort.
We were all going crazy while this game was going on. You guys wish you were playing. You said your heart was pounding. You couldn't hardly stand it. You got the goosebumps.
Yeah,
going to the Final Four.
Definitely. This is just a different way. You know, I've always been playing and doing that, and you don't really feel the nervousness. But sitting here, I'm on the edge of my seat grabbing you guys, trying to go, win. But it's definitely a lot of fun. I'm glad I'm not playing. I'm very happy for Coach Haskins and their team.
Well, you guys have both played for him, and you know what a guy he's like. He's just a wonderful man.
Definitely.
Hey, we got to go. We'll be right back. Don't go away. We'll be right here.
Jacobson comes up with it. Jacobson. Not a good move. I'd have played the clock. Big steal that time.
Wake up on the right side of the bed with WCCO This Morning. You get clear weather coverage every 10 minutes.
We let you know what kind of weather you have to deal with each morning, so you know how to dress the kids.
Helpful traffic reports.
We show you what roads to avoid when you're heading out the door.
The latest news and the area's most complete school closings.
You know, we really focus on the practical things you need in the morning.
Start your day with the hometown team, WCCO This Morning. Weekdays beginning at 5:30 on Channel 4.
Chile's famous fajitas. Our legendary marinade. Grilled fiery and tender. Something special happens with every order. They're guaranteed to capture your attention and your appetite.
With the all-new Dodge Dakota, we offer a choice. A torquey Magnum 4 that is not the typical wimpy whiner, a serious high-output Magnum V6, and a real live Magnum V8. The only V8 in its class. 468. Now who do you appreciate? The new Dodge Dakota. It's full of surprises.
Some radio stations have a strange idea of classic and new rock.
And this tune goes out to my aromatherapist.
On KQ92, you'll hear great classic rock and the best of the new stuff. Some stations play the same few songs over and over. 92 KQRS plays Minnesota's largest on-air music library, so you get lots of deep cuts from classic and new artists. For the best classic rock and the best new rock, compare their playlist, our playlist. KQ92, the Minnesota original.
And we are back with the special Gopher postgame show following that big win. Don't forget to join us tonight at 10 for our special team coverage of a golden celebration. Live reports from a welcome home party at Williams Arena and much, much more. And I'll tell you right now that the doors are going to open at Williams Arena at 9 o'clock tonight. You better get there early if you want a seat, because I have a feeling, guys, this place is going to be a jumping tonight.
It's going to be rocking, I'm afraid. So get out there early and get some seats, because I'm going to be in the front row.
Yeah. All right. And we'll be here at 10 o'clock. Am I getting a wrap night right now? I guess we are. Sorry, guys, we're out of time, but congratulations. We'll do a high five one more time. We're going to the Final Four. Courtney James has taken us all with us. Back to Indianapolis we go to the Final Four. Thanks for joining us. Gophers win. Gophers win. See you at the special tonight.
It takes a team. People who have put down roots here. People who are proud to call this place home. It takes a team. In touch with our community, in tune with what's most important. And when the day winds down, it takes a team working together to cover the news in a clear, comfortable, and interesting way. A team of friendly, down-to-earth people. WCCO4 News, the hometown team.
Around these parts, you need a truck with all the right parts, and that's the Ford Ranger Extra. It's called Extra because it comes with these extra parts. AM/FM cassette, deep dish cast aluminum wheels, great white leather tires, and a rear step bumper. That's over $1,500 worth of parts at no extra charge. And listen to this part. With $1,000 cash back and about $1,000 down, the Ranger Extra can be yours for just $139 a month for 24 months. So to get your Ranger Extra, you just have to do your part. Get to your Northland Ford dealer now.
It's another day in your hometown, and your neighbors are thinking about you. They wonder, how are things? How's the family? What's new? These days, your neighbors might be down the street or across town. They can also be in another part of the state. Because here, your neighbors are the people you share your stories with. And that means they're as close as your phone. So call your neighbors. Tell your stories.
It's a powerful force, and it's rolling right down your street. It's your Chevy dealer's Power of the Dollar Spring Sales event. Make your dollar go farther right now with a fun and affordable Chevy Cavalier. You get more standard horsepower, more passenger room, and more cargo room than Civic and Corolla for a price that's less than both. Come on, feel the power. The Power of the Dollar Spring Sales event at your Heartland Chevrolet Geo dealer now.